hello. Let me know if things are too loud, too quiet, etc., etc. So, last time we left off, this was mostly working. Had some code that was working and some that was not. And, oh, there we go. That should be a little bit better for you. And there was one part that wasn't working, and I kind of want to show you what that was, because this is kind of interesting. We're gonna start the giveaway in a bit here as well, but I wanted to show you this real fast just to kind of like, you know, see what I saw. It was interesting. So when we left this off last time, this was actually a wire. Let me pull that out real fast. Let me just grab some random wire, it doesn't really matter. So we have this guy hooked in like this, and I'll explain what the idea was here in a second. But so our idea, if we remember from the last stream that we did this Maglock thing, was that we were going to take this RFID reader, and then we were going to basically open this this guy here using the RFID cards, and that was going to be going through this teensy board here, which is actually a 3.3 volt board. Hey, it's a Daniel. I absolutely don't understand the Streamlabs points. That's interesting. Maybe it does some like recalculations or something at the end. Maybe it just guesses, and then at the end of the stream it'll do recalculations. I've noticed that it when I delete the bots, they come back with a few points sometimes, so that can happen. Also, hello. Yes, hello. So yes, we're doing this all with a 3.3 volt board, but the problem is this relay is 5 volts, because really this power supply here that I'm powering everything off of, which you can kind of barely see, sorry, is this guy, is powering everything with 12 volts. So I need to step it down using this buck converter to about 5 volts, because this takes 5 volts. Even though it only works on 3.3 volts. Don't ask me why that is. It just is, I guess. And so we're using this breadboard with a built-in power supply, or not built-in, but a power supply here to power everything. But what we want is for this relay, which operates on 5 volts, to relay the 12 volt signal to this Maglock. What about a voltage divider and a Mosfet? See, Mosfets actually, that's interesting that you mentioned the Mosfet, is that Mosfets are really inefficient and they heat up really fast. So if I put 12 volts into a Mosfet, it's going to, 1, waste a lot of electricity, and 2, it's going to get really hot. So I used a buck converter instead, which is far more efficient and does not heat up that much. So ultimately, I want to power this 12 volt Maglock with a 3.3 volt Arduino. I guess it's actually a teensy, but Arduino. So there's a few steps here that have to take place, but one of them is this 3.3 volt to 5 volt like translation unit, I guess you could call it. The actual name of it is a level shifter, but it basically translates between 3.3 volts and 5 volts. And so one of the things I had to do was connect this pin here to high. In order for this board to function, this pin here is normally low, but in order for it to function, I have to make it high. One of the reasons for that is because you want to wait for the voltage to stabilize before this starts operating. So you want to give it a couple of seconds and then put this pin high, and then once this pin is high, then it starts operating. But for the purposes of this test, I'm going to be using just this right here is just going to be a it's just going to start off high because why not? So what I did was I just took a cable and then put it into the high here. But as you can see, that doesn't really seem to work. Nothing's happening. This isn't working. Even though this is sending a signal every second or so, half second, in order to send the data to turn this on and off. So what I did instead is I replaced this with a 10k ohm resistor, which is also called a pull-up. It's a pull-up resistor, or pull-down resistor, depending on whether or not you want this to be high or low. So if I want this to be low, I would use a resistor and connect it to ground, and that would be a pull-down resistor. If I want this to be high, which I do, I use a 10k resistor, which I do, and I connect it to the high. Depends on if you have a drop-based voltage regulator, which wastes a lot of power, or a Mosfet, which most modern ones are like 90% efficient. Yeah, to be fair though, I mean, the buck converters are relatively cheap. I do have a bunch of Mosfets. I'm not sure which one it is. Or ones I have, but, you know, I just chose the buck converter because it was relatively easy. How much current are you pulling? Maglock here actually pulls a fair amount of current. I was a little bit surprised, but I'm not sure exactly how much, but all of the components leading to it and this thing here do get quite hot. As long as you don't fry any boards, yeah, exactly. So, if I replace that with the resistor, now, hopefully, he says, as he just tried it. Oh, I'm sorry. One of the things that you have to do is you have to actually turn this on, the power supply. Use a little switch here. I'm a moron. But I'll show you here. So if I connect a wire directly to high, and I turn it all on, then what'll happen is it'll work just fine. Right. Because of course it does. Because of course that's exactly what happens. It just works. Even though it didn't before. Right. Uh-huh. Okay, well, whatever. Look, I replaced it with a 10k ohm pull-up resistor. It wasn't working at the end of last stream, damn it. So I replaced it with a 10k ohm pull-up resistor, and now it's working fine. So, whatever. Anyway, right, the giveaway. I'm sure everybody's kind of curious as to... Yeah, the LMXX. This is actually the same kind of thing. It's the LMXX whatever, buck boost converters. So, yes, the giveaway. So, we'll go ahead and start the giveaway. Giveaway today is for a $5 Steam gift card. Yep, win a digital $5 Steam gift card. So, 2 rules. 1, you have to have a Steam account, and you have to be able to friend me. And I think you have to be a follower of the channel as well. Like, you have to actually follow the channel. Hey! Thank you for the follow. There you go, perfect. Looks like you got a ticket for it. Fantastic, that actually works. So yes, raffling off a $5 Steam gift card. Should be able to get tickets for that. So I'm not sure why this is actually working now. This wasn't working before. Now I have a 10k pull-up resistor. Now it was working. Now it's all working. All right, and Juan de Pueblo MC is also getting a ticket for the raffle. Awesome. Free stuff is always good. Free stuff is always fun. And in order to get points for the tickets, so in order to get tickets you have to earn points. In order to get points for the tickets you need to watch the stream, follow, subscribe, chat. Honestly, if you just chat, it'll give you points every once in a while, which is awesome. So there you go. Hey, it's a bear. So one of the things I wanted to do is transfer this over from the small board to a larger board right here, which should be a little bit better. So I'm gonna start just kind of adding this stuff to the bigger board here. Yeah, in the meantime, how is everybody? Y'all having fun? Make this that way you can see it. Yeah, LMXX regulators do waste a lot of current. If you have it set to 5 volts and feeding it with 12 volts, there's a 7 volt drop. If you pull 2 amps, that's 14 watts of heat, or waste a lot of power, yeah. Yeah, I am dropping it from, I'm actually dropping it from 12 volts to, I think only 9 volts, because this the barrel connector on this supply can actually take 9 volts. It's like 7 to 9 volts, and then you can do 3.3 volts or 5 volts output on the two ends. Currently I'm doing 5 volts output on this rail, and then 3.3 volts output on this rail. And this, actually, that's why I had it over here. This RFID reader writer takes 3.3 volts, which is why I have it on here, like so. Let me try and get this up here a little bit further so that way you can actually see everything. Should be something like that. So I'm actually only dropping it from 12 volts to like 9 volts, and then from 9 volts to 5 volts, and then 3.3 volts. Which, yeah, can be a fair amount of power. This, like I said, this Maglock actually takes 12 volts entirely. So I'm using this, wow, I want to call it a repeater, and I don't know why. This beefcake relay to relay the 12 volt signal, DC signal from here, and then using 5 volts to control it. I'm fine. Just like an hour ago, I fried a cap with the soldering iron on my Pro Micro. Oof, ouch. Hey, and a bear received a ticket. Fantastic. Well, I'm hoping that your Pro Micro isn't completely damaged. Maybe you can replace that capacitor. But the buck boost converters are basically switch mode supplies. That's why they're so efficient. Yeah. I mean, they're really awesome. As long as you... I mean, this one in particular, actually, the capacitors on it, for whatever reason, I thought I would have to use smoothing capacitors, but I do not. It is incredibly efficient. And the power is super clean on the outside, on the output. Speaking of clean output, I'm going to add a couple of capacitors to the outputs of these. Right, and then we take this guy. Oh, let's see if I can lift him up here. Should be a tool for that somewhere. I have a chip and IC lifter. Here it is. we're just gonna shove it right in here. That's what she said. Let's hope it was a useless capacitor. It's my only native HID capable board. Yeah, the Pro Micros and let's see, the Leonardos, yes, are also HID compatible. Or, yeah, HID capable, I guess, is what you got. Oh no! Everything's falling. Alright, let's go ahead and translate between 3.3 volts and 5 volts here. So what I'm doing is I'm just plugging in the 3.3 volt side. So this will give it power. And then this is my 3.3 volts. Excuse me, here we go. This is my pull-up resistor. Yeah, it's Leonardo. Yeah, Pi Zero would be able to do that. Oh, I did not know that Pi Zero was could be a USB keyboard. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I didn't actually think about it in that way. So just a reminder for the raffle, the giveaway, it is currently going on. All you have to do is type !raffle in chat, and it will cost 100 points to get you a ticket for the $5 Steam gift card. So points are earned by just watching the stream. You get 10 points every 5 minutes, or 20 points every 5 minutes if you're an active chatter. So if you're active in chat. And follow, if you follow, it's 50 points. If you subscribe, it's 50 points. Yep. You can do points in order to see how many points you have. My electronic, not online school classes have been canceled since January. Oof, I'm sorry. That does definitely suck. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and plug this guy in. It just requires 5 volts of power and ground. Bought like a 90-watt boost converter because I lost a charger for one of my older laptops. I wanted to use it as an IO2 server, and damn, it's a lot of noise from the sound card. Oh, are you talking like the onboard Raspberry Pi sound card? Yeah, that thing is the noisiest thing I have ever encountered, I think. It is ridiculous how noisy that is. So I have wires kind of going everywhere, but I mean, you know. Alright, so we're gonna actually shove this guy into here as well, I think. Oh wait, no we're not. Because this, these are preventing me from sticking it into that board there. That's okay. We have power, and we have data. That's all we need for now. And these two, let's see. Okay, so this was, okay, I see. So this one actually goes from here. So I'm just translating directly across from this pin to this pin. Nope, an old Acer laptop. Oh, interesting. So if you ever get a chance to use the Raspberry Pi, its onboard sound card, you'll see that it's not isolated at all. And if you don't have clean power going into that board, you are really screwed. And so this is the 5 volt side, and this is the 5 volt pin that I'm plugging in right now. And all it does is just connect. Oop, to the 5 volts pin right here, or the 5 volt rail. And on the opposite side, I have the ground. Like so. And that just connects to ground. Wires are kind of a mess, but what can you do? Okay, and finally, connect these two to 5 volts and ground. Alright, and now I can use the slightly longer board. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi Zeros, beware, not isolated, not even in the slightest. Okay. So this should be working in theory. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Oh, yep, would help if I turn the board on too. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. Oh god. Oh, that does not smell good.
Are you dying? I just came in to make sure you weren't dying. What did you do?
Well, I let the magic smoke out of the power supply here.
Magic smoke?
Yep. Huh. So what did I do?
But you're not dead.
No, I'm not dead.
Okay. Have fun. Don't die.
Oh, okay. So how did I manage to do this? What did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. I have this completely plugged in backwards. Oh man, I'm surprised I didn't melt the other capacitors here. Angel cares, yes. Sorry about that. Yeah, what about the hi-fi sound card you put into the Pi's GPIO pins? As long as the GPIO pins are isolated, it should be fine. Relatively isolated, and I think they are. Yeah, this is dumb. I completely plugged this in backwards. The positive and negative rails are just backwards. I remember when at those classes, disconnecting a breadboard power supply set from the outlet caused the entire school to go dark for a second because of a crappy AC cable. Oof, that sucks. Okay, so we are going to reverse this entire board. Boop. And we're also going to plug in the power supply that I just fried, because who knows, maybe it's still alive. It probably isn't, but maybe it is. And don't worry, I have more of these power supplies for these breadboards. I have like 5 or 6 more. They're super cheap. I don't care too much. We were gonna disconnect all these wires and then try this all again. I'm surprised I didn't blow these capacitors actually. Okay, this time let's connect it to the positive to the positive and the negative to the negative. And get these all out of the way. There we go, it's a little bit cleaner. It's a cleaner start anyway. Make sure my negative is connected properly. I thought my school was cheap by leaving a server room unlocked without surveillance. Oof. At least I have the answer keys for like half of my classes. Jesus, alright. That's a new one. Alright, so A should be the 3.3 volt side, and B should be the 5 volt side. So we're gonna stick this here. Yep. That looks fine. see if I can find my little cables. I don't know, I was using a power supply that you just fried bad. You can actually see the plastic that was melted there. Hey, it's a Keonate Gaming 1. How's it going? Mine is cheaper because some of the rooms lack fans and hoot and hot country. Hello. So a quick reminder on the giveaway. In order to submit for the giveaway, you just have to type in the command raffle, !raffle. And in order to get a raffle ticket, you need points. And in order to get points, all you have to do is just watch, subscribe, follow, like that. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, just watch, subscribe, follow, be in chat. It costs 100 points, and that's super, super easy to get if you just like follow twice, or follow and watch for like 10 minutes. I still have the Pi hidden in there, connected to the serial port. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Oof. So if the raffle command doesn't work for you, then you probably don't have enough points. If you just type in !points, you should be able to see how many points you have. This raffle costs 100 points. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and tie our output enable high. And this will be our 3.3 volt side. So we'll have this guy over here. There we go. What are you making? I am making a RFID Maglock. So we have our magnetic lock right here, which is controlled by the output of this guy. And I'm going to take this RFID reader and input it into here. And then I'm going to basically say, like, if you have a certain tag or something, then you have access. I'll say access, and then this will open. I'm just transferring everything to a larger breadboard because I need a little bit more room. And let me grab a couple of cables to tie this all together. See if I can find some shorter cables. Nope. Nope, all my cables are giant. Oh, wait. Nope, those are giant too. Okay, yep, all my cables are long, so I'm gonna have to make do with what I have here. Let's see, do I have any red? I do, but that one's being used. Okay, so I'll just use the orange that I have. This is why I used all these. Yep, it doesn't matter if you're watching on Mixer, Twitch, or whatever. You can watch on whatever platform that you like, you'll still get points. I tried to make everything super platform agnostic, so that way if somebody wants to watch on whatever platform they want, they can. And they'll still earn points and everything, so it's not just a Twitch exclusive. Also, if you want cheap, useful, powerful supplies, take apart an old computer, then you have like 10 amps on 12 volts and also 5 volts and 3.3 volt rails too. I know I actually, some of the power supplies that I use are old computer power supplies, which are awesome. There's a lot of 12 volt rails and things, which is excellent for, just portable power supplies. I also bought these, which are specific power supplies, just so I don't have to take apart old computer parts if I don't want to. Is it safe? Well, I did just fry one of the components earlier, so probably not anymore, but I'm gonna try it anyway. But it was safe. All the way up until I fried until I fried the power. Because I'm an idiot and put everything on the wrong side. It would have worked just fine if I had put everything on the right side. Okay, so this output goes to our 3.3 volts end over here. And our power and ground are connected up here. This is just 5 volts to the board. And our 5 volt output goes here. And our 5 volts power goes here. With our 5 volts ground coming out this side. Which is easy enough. And finally, our, let's see, looks like everything's connected. Our power and ground for this guy comes in here. And that should be everything, I think. I can't believe that actually works still. But yeah, we have, how does this power supply even work? Alright, so we have our, yes. This is just basically all the code is doing is turning this on and off, as you can see. So this is probably not a safe power supply to use anymore, but I'm still using it. Is the refresh rate of stream supposed to be 60 or 50? It's supposed to be 50. The reason I chose 50 is because it allows me to use a lower bit rate. Some people don't have fast internet connections, and that's totally understandable. 50 actually is a significant decrease in the bit rate, and it's still pretty close to 60. Takes a good 1,000 volts to do damage, so I think it's safe. I hope so. 16s, I don't know. Yeah, that's fair. Voltage is safe unless you stick a finger in the AC in terminals or let a capacitor blow up in your eye. Yep. How do you know where everything goes? Careful. You okay?
I'm good. That was a
What's
fail
up?
in trying to whisper in your ear.
You tried. What's up? So, yeah, looks like you have 40 points. So you have to wait just a little bit longer. It's okay. The stream goes on for a while, so don't worry too much. You'll get the points by the end of the stream. So how I know where everything goes is I just looked at data sheets. It looks like magic, yes, but I only learned this late last year. Like, I started learning all this stuff late last year, and I only recently kind of got familiar enough to do this kind of stuff with, so it takes some practice, it takes some experimentation, but basically I just looked up the data sheets and all this stuff, and that's how I figured it out. Namaste. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I guess if I wanted to do a quick explanation of kind of what's going on here, I have this power supply back here, this guy. This is being fed 120 volts AC, and basically what it is it's just a bridge rectifier. And so basically that turns AC, or alternating current, what we have, into DC, or direct current. And direct current is what I'm using to power all of these electronics. So basically I need to somehow convert AC into DC, and that's what this power supply does. I'm taking 120 volts AC, and I'm turning it into 12 volts DC. And this guy right here, this runs on 12 volts. So that's fine. So I can actually take this and just run it directly off 12 volts. It's a magnetic lock, or a Maglock. And so when I feed it 12 volts, it closes, it shuts. But when it doesn't have any voltage applied to it, it opens. So, and somehow I have to control that, right? So the idea is I use basically an Arduino, one of these guys. This is a teensy, but an Arduino, to control whether or not I send 12 volts to this or 0 volts to it, which is what I was doing. And there's a couple of problems with that, in that everything requires different voltage. That's one of my main issues, is that everything requires different voltage. So all of these wires are basically, and all of these components are converting between different voltages in order for me to control this using 12 volts. I don't get any of that, but okay. Yeah, that's fair. Basically, voltage is kind of how much power I'm putting into things. So this requires more power than, say, this to run. And so if I put too much power into this, it's going to explode. If I put too much power into this, it'll explode. If I put too much power into this, it'll explode. If I put too much power into this, it'll explode. But if I put too little power into this, it's not going to work. So I have to put just enough power into each item in order for it to work. And if I put too much power into any item, it'll explode. If I put too little power into it, it won't work. What else can you make? I can make a lot of things. In fact, I'm actually I'm making I'm in the process of making a little Wi-Fi Arduino thing, which I was playing with earlier today before the stream. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. I was playing with a little Arduino Wi-Fi thing, and I connected it to the YouTube API, and I got my subscriber count, and I'm just gonna feed that into a little LED LCD. Because why not? Hey, what are you guys making? I'm making a RFID Maglock. So if I turn this on and it doesn't explode, then this Arduino here is basically just telling this to turn on and off through relays and things. And what I want to do is I want to hook this up to this RFID reader over here in order for me to like set up an RFID enabled Maglock. Instead of just turning this on and off, it'll only turn it on if it reads a specific RFID tag, which will be awesome. So that's probably what I'm going to work on now, is connecting this guy up. And there is a wiring guide. Let's see if I can find it. Where are we? Oh, it's over here. So I'm going to grab this wiring guide, and I'm going to actually wire all this up. Come on, there we go. So for this guy, I need a few cables going to him, so I'm going to need a couple of these. What have I got? There we go. I feel like Wi-Fi Arduino boards are too overpriced. Node MCU is just fine for your job, I'd say. Honestly, it is, but I wanted to do it with raw Arduino because that sounds more fun. C++, basically. It's just more fun. A lot of the YouTube API stuff I've seen for the Arduino isn't actually that good because it connects to the YouTube API securely, but it doesn't actually use any of the security features. It just tosses all of it. It's like, you know, if basically it's saying, like, you know, connect to this secure port, but ignore all of the security warnings and exceptions that are being thrown. So I'm making one that does not ignore those, and in fact actually just, you know, works. Alright, so this guy here, our rightmost pin, is going to be our power, I think. Yes, it's 3.3 volt power. So all I have to do is connect this up to 3.3 volts. So I'm just going to do that now. So that's this guy right here. There we go. And I'm just gonna stick it right in here. Perfect. And our ground is gonna be black. So Streamlabs tab thing on Android shows I have 150 points and point says 260. Like, what the hell? I'm confused. That is a little bit confusing, I'll be entirely honest. I think the inconsistency on their end is probably due to, that's purple, not black. I can color. Like, inconsistency on their end, I'm guessing, is probably due to different servers reporting different things at different times. Like, I think once the stream ends, it all kind of gets together and says, okay, how many points does everybody actually have? But during the stream, it might be a little bit off. Like, each thing might be a little bit off. I would probably trust the exclamation point points, I think, rather than the website. This is brown, but it's close enough. Oh wait, that's not even the right. I thought I had these organized. Apparently I don't. Whatever, it'll be white instead of black, but I'll still know what it is. Probably. Right, so this is ground. And we'll just connect it right there. Yeah, I would say just trust the exclamation point points there. Okay, and so the reset pin will have to be something. Reset pin doesn't actually matter where it goes into. It can kind of go into whatever. Oh, this is also white, which will very much confuse me. We'll use brown. So that's this guy here, I guess, is the reset pin. And so it can kind of go into whatever pin. It doesn't really matter. As long as I'm not using a pin that's already being used for something else. I'll have to put that in later, I think. Let's try what it would say with an American VPN. It's probably due to the servers. I'm betting it's due to the servers that you're using. Okay, so this is SDA. SDA goes into digital 10. So that's this guy right here. It's going to go into digital 10. Actually, it's going to be slightly different, I think. Oh, wait, no. SDA. Oh, yeah, right there. Because this is a slightly different board from the Arduinos, and this wiring guide is for Arduinos. So let me grab the... There it is. The pinout diagram for this guy, and just take a look at it real fast. So SDA, SDA, SDA. That's SCK. So this one says digital 10, right? Yeah, digital 10 should be, if I'm looking at the board like this, should be right here. Oh, nope, it's not right there, it's right here. Which will be the chip selector CS pin, and that is correct, yes. Okay, and then MOSI is digital 11 and MISO is digital 12. Okay, looks like those are correct, so let's go ahead and wire that up. SCK, or the clock line, is going to be probably digital 13 then, and it is, yes, okay. And that will be on the other side right there. Yeah, it looks like it's on that corner. This corner right here. He says, pointing to a thing that you can't see. Where's Daniel live? Czech Republic. Ah. 181 on New York VPN, yeah. It looks like it's just having issues with all those servers trying to agree on how many points you have. And it probably just adds them up out to the stream and actually displays how many points you actually have. Okay, so this one is our clock line. And that will be our next target here. Let's grab purple. Right, so here's our clock. This goes to digital 13. Okay, then MOSI is digital 11, which is here, and digital 12 is the MISO. MOSI stands for Master Out, Slave In, and MISO stands for Master In, Slave Out. That's the SPI protocol. This RFID reader works on SPI. Trying to get a... Come on. Just trying to get a color I haven't used yet. There we go. Turns out that's difficult because there's a bunch of wires over here. Okay. So here is... which one is this? This is MOSI, which is digital 11. It should go right here. There we go. Also nice, Czech Republic. I didn't comment on that earlier, but half of my family is also Czech. I do like myself a good kolache every now and then. Okay, there is MISO. IRQ, or interrupt request, is disconnected because we're not using interrupt request for this, which is fine. Just means we're gonna have to pull it every time. Alright, and the reset bin finally. Is there a color I haven't used yet? Doesn't look like it, does it? Oh wait, brown's right here. Okay, and this says we're connecting it to digital 9, which I guess is fine. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to matter. There we go. And that should be all wired up. Are there any ITC RFID readers? Could use that, I just don't like SPI. Yes, there actually is the SparkFun red one. Does both I2C and SPI. There's a little tiny switch on it that you can switch between I2C or SPI mode. Honestly, SPI is fine. I2C has fewer wires though. I mean, 2 wires versus like 6, but you know, whatever. Oh, 90 points, very close. Yeah, 10 more points, which is like 5 more minutes. Or, you know, if you're active in chat, or if you subscribe to YouTube, it should give you an additional 50 points, I think. If you follow on Twitch, that's 50 points. If you follow on Mixer, that's 50 points, I think, to double check that. But I believe that's how I have it set up. If I don't, then I should fix that, but... Alright, there we go. So, this should be all wired up for SPI. And let's go into the code real fast. And that should be... Yes. Alright, so let's go into the code. And get this wired up. I'm climbing on top. You are! Very slowly, but you're getting there. Alright, let me connect this up real fast. Where's my micro USB cable that I was just using like 5 minutes ago? It's right over here. I think the leaderboard currently, sorry about that, I think the leaderboard currently is about 450, 500 points, something like that. So it's not, it wouldn't take too long to get there. Oop. Right, okay. That's not what I wanted. Let's disconnect the power. Right, that would make sense. Let's disconnect the power here. Perfect. Alright, and this is all, yep, that's all connected. Excellent. Looks like there's a man of culture in the Discord with a Rickroll URL memorized. Yeah, I actually saw that. It was beautiful. Hey, received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Fantastic. I'm not sure, yeah, I'm not sure. Sure, why not? Alright, let me grab my old code here. And SPI is... Yep, got the teensy Arduino and the FRC 522. Okay, so that should be in there. All the headers are in there, perfect. Now I actually have to get my keyboard out. There we go. I gotta go have fun? Well, yeah, you too, have fun. Don't have too much fun. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and define our reset pin to 9. We'll define our chip select pin as 10. It should actually be DD10, I think, yeah. DD9, DD10. Oh god, I accidentally recalled my OS. I know! Define the SID sector is 1. So I'm using a MyFair compatible card. And so this actually allows me to have multiple sectors. I can actually program the RFID cards and there's I think 16 sectors in these cards. And so I'm using these different sectors for different data. Just had speakers at full volume and Twitch's volume was low. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see here. Now we will go ahead and let's probably get rid of that output, but that's okay. Alright, MFRC 522. MFRC at the chip select pin and the reset pin. There we go. I'm lucky I'm not on my 200 watt amp. That would hurt. Oh no. Oops. Ping. There we go. FRC 522. MyFair key. So we need a key to access this, which I think by default is just FFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFffffff. DD9 is undefined. Oh, it's DDD9 or DD9 or something like that. DDD9. There we go. What do you mean undefined? Just use this. DDD77, right? So this expands to... nothing. Okay. DDD. I mean, I could just do 9 and 10, right? But it's slightly less clear that way. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, okay. It only goes up to 9 or 7? Not 200 watts, 2 kilowatts. Ah. Ouch. One of these days I'll actually get into music stuff. It'll be awesome. Not music stuff, audio. Like, cool audio stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and define our print string. So I just want to print out the what I read at the moment. Oops, how did I mess that up? Byte data. So we'll just go ahead and print our data. Then we'll void read data. And then the data that we want to read in. Okay. And we have our serial that begin. Pin mode DDD7 is output. Excellent, that looks good. Begin our SPI communication. We'll init the MFRC communication. And we'll generate our key. Key bytes. I will be 0x FF. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, bless her. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. Should take apart the amper and replace the fan. Sounds like a jet engine or PS4 bottom release day. Oof. Shade thrown. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have the correct version. Okay. This should work, hopefully. Please work. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let me see here. There. Let's actually try supplying a fair amount of power to these things. See if it'll work. Not seeing data. It does worry me slightly. Serial begin. SPI begin. Okay. PS4 Slim gets toasty just on the menu alone. Oof. I mean, maybe the what would happen if you water cooled a PS4? That's so dumb. But like, can you water cool a PS4? I assume you can, right? It's really dumb. Linus is done. Oh, of course he has. Let's go ahead and do some more output. Alright, try this real fast, see if this works. Am I missing something here, or is this supposed to be... Just gonna reset it here. I confused that sound with my own PC, sorry. Who would think Linus would be water-cooled something that isn't supposed to be water-cooled? I know, right? Okay, so it looks like that works. I think I just have to wait for the, for the serial. So let's just do that. There, that should give us what we want. I mean, it's not supposed to be water cooled, but what if it was? There it goes. Alright. Yep, alright, awesome. It looks like we do actually have our counterfeit chip that I bought off Amazon. Shh, it's fine. Perfect. Alright, let's not wait for the serial because we don't need to. Alright, and then in our loop, we're going to detect the cards. Alright. And then this should give us something if I have a card present, which, where is my card? I was testing for this. What languages do you know? Define know. I know a few very well, I know a few somewhat well, and I know a few not very well at all. Like, I guess it depends on how you define know. Let's go ahead and upload this, and I'll grab my card that I was using for this test that I can't seem to find. I think I left it back in my bedroom here. There we go. Oh, let's, you know, actually connect to the thing. And if I touch my card to it, nothing happens. Okay, good. That's what I wanted, right? How many languages can you say, hello, how are you in? Oh, programming languages. Let's say you're familiar with them, like you would be comfortable starting a bigger project without hesitation. C++, I guess, I could put on that list, sure. Or at least the Arduino-ified C++, you know. Let's say Java for sure, Python, sure. I don't know. I guess that would be it. I guess if you count ActionScript 3, sure, but I don't. That is a truck. It doesn't seem to be registering the card here. So what am I doing wrong? Well, let's go ahead and add that code back in that I had earlier. I'm scared of Java. You know, it's not actually that bad. It basically just forces OOP practices, which is sometimes a good thing. Okay, try this again. And where's my card that I just put down? There it is. Oh, hey, there it is. Excellent. Oh, yeah. You need to destroy the crypto after it's done. It's the third worst language to write Hello World in, right after Brainfucker Assembly. Oh, I guess I know MIPS fairly well. I don't know about Big Project, but, you know, Big Project for MIPS? Sure, I could do that. There we go. That might actually work a little bit better. How about emoji code? No. How about not? Are you familiar with emoji code? Hey, there we go. Looks like I'm actually getting a card detected. That's a good start. I'm getting a card detected occasionally. It's still a good start, especially for a breadboard, you know? Like, I don't anticipate a breadboard actually working super well. Okay. What internet-based language do you prefer? JavaScript profile PFP profile pic? I just read that as profile pic and I don't know why. You mean PHP, I assume. Ruby, C#, or simple HTML. You mean like web language? I probably do Python or PHP. I understand it's pretty good multi-platform language, just not very beginner-friendly. Quick to write or optimized? Oh, just not very beginner-friendly, quick to write or optimized. Got it. You know, Java is actually a lot faster than C++ if you let it be. Yeah, I can't prefer any languages. I agree. Like, honestly, every language has its own unique style. I personally, if I were to write a web project, I would probably write it in PHP or Python or C#. Actually, I know C# really well as well. I forgot about that. I know a few languages, whatever. Each language does something different, though. A quick reminder on the giveaway today is that 1, it's ending soon because the stream is ending soon, and 2, if you do /raffle or not / raffle in chat, it will get you a raffle ticket. You have to have points, 100 points for the raffle ticket today. And you just get points just by watching or chatting. You get more points by chatting. You get points by following, subscribing, etc., etc. If you let it be fast, then no. I mean, I can write the world's most efficient code in Java and write the world's least efficient code, like a BOGO sort, in C++, and, you know, Java's going to be faster. But generally, if you use the G1GC with Java and you feed it memory at startup rather than letting it take from the OS itself, it's actually usually a lot faster because of Java's garbage collection and memory handling management system thing. With C++, you're taking taking memory directly from the OS. With Java takes the memory from the OS and then allocates it to the program. So if you set your XMX equal to your XMS, then you're feeding all of the OS's memory to Java and then letting Java handle the memory management from there, which it's a lot faster than taking it from the OS. So generally, even like if you write the kind of equivalent code between C++ and Java, as long as you feed Java the correct amount of memory at startup, it will actually be a lot faster than C++. The more you know. And another reminder that soon, in a few days probably, or a week, there will be another giveaway, an actual merch giveaway, where it will be t-shirts, hoodies, things like that. And that will also use the same system, so you'll have to rack up points in order to get those things. It will cost, I think, I'm looking at about 200 points per item. Which is easy enough to get, honestly. Like, again, you get 10 points every 5 minutes just for watching the stream, and if you're active in chat, you get 20 points every 5 minutes. And these streams last about an hour, hour and a half per. So really, if you just watch for like 1-2 days, you have enough points to raffle for a t-shirt or a hoodie. Well, if you can do C++ really well, it has to be faster than as a low-level language. Nope. Not necessarily, no. Even if you read it really well, memory management in Java and C# actually can beat C++. You can do low-level stuff with Java and C# as well. Low-level languages like C++ do have their use, in memory-constrained and hardware for sure. Same with assembly. Java is emulated. Yes, sort of. Sort of. It depends on how you run it. But yeah, Java can be faster. And C#. They both, since they have the same kind of memory management style, they can both be faster than C++. I know, it's interesting, isn't it? It's one of those things that you just don't consider until you actually look at how each thing performs based on different ways of programming. If you let Java take the memory at startup, it will be a lot faster than C++. Looks like I should stay at Node.js. I don't know. I don't know Node that well, honestly. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab the type, because I only want to read MyFair and MyFair Classic compatible chips, so... So I'm not worthy of anything else. Honestly, like I said, it didn't take too long to learn all these different languages. Just pick something up for fun. Like, pick up Arduino. It's cool. It's fun. Enjoy. Alright, so we're going to do if pick type is not... let's see, MyFair Mini. So we're looking at the Mini, and it's not MyFair 1K or a 4K card. 4K? No, 4K, there we go. There we go. And then we'll return. Oh, except we need to make sure that we halt the crypto again on this. There we go. A note is great with many modules. Just open GitHub and literally everything you would think you have to write yourself actually exists. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's the same thing with Platform.io though. Like if I want a library for something, I just search. It's beautiful. Like if I want an LCD display, boom. Tons of libraries for it and updates. It's like saying you vouch 2 gigs of memory to flash and it will run just fine for you. Yeah. Like literally every part of the floor is controlled by Arduino. Wait, is it called a floor? I think it is. I mean, I assume the thing that you're standing on, right? The floor? I assume. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, well, let's do very quickly before we end today. I think this is good enough. We'll call it here. But before we end, I would like to do the giveaway. So let's do that real fast. So if you have the points for a ticket, yeah. If you have the points for a ticket, then please do so now. So far we have 3 people that we can pick from. And if you want to enter into the raffle today for a $5 Steam gift card, then go ahead and do !raffle in chat. We'll use 100 points for it, and you'll be entered in for the raffle today. Just be aware that you have to, 1, have a Steam account, and 2, you have to be able to friend me on Steam. A floor like rooms. Oh, rooms. Haha. So I'll give it another, let's say, 30 seconds here. Ground floor, first floor, second floor. I gotcha. Yeah, what an elevator would take you to. Yeah, I got it. I gotcha. I understand. Alright, so we've got, I'm going to go ahead and close the entries for now. Alright. And let's pick a winner. Alright, Streamlabs, pick a winner for me. I'm not as stupid as I thought. Don't worry, I got you. Alright, so today's winner is Terry Bear. Has won a digital $5 Steam gift card. Hey! Yeah, GG. Alright, Bear. So, go ahead and friend me on Steam. I am EGGY82 on Steam because Egg82 was taken. My apologies. But yeah, go ahead and friend me and I will send you a $5 digital Steam gift card at the end of today's stream. Egg White, yes. EGGY82. And then let me know what your name is in chat here. I wonder if we're already friends on Steam, actually. Are we already friends on Steam? I don't know. Maybe not. Name should be obvious. Okay, good. Yeah, send me a friend request, and as soon as I get it, I will add you. Oh, wait. Oh, hey, look at that. I think I got you. Yep. Excellent. Is not yet eligible to receive this gift. Okay. Let's see why. Why does Steam think that you are not eligible to receive the gift? I don't know either. It looks like you're actually playing Civ 6, though. I might end up playing with, that with you at some point. That'd be fun. And Terraria, yeah. Someday I'll play it again. Someday. I have a fair number of games. 298. I only have a few installed. So let me take a look at the why I can't send you the Steam gift, but now that I have you on my friends, I can go ahead and send you that. So we'll go ahead and I think we're gonna end the stream here. And we'll come back tomorrow and do it again, and I'll attempt to send you the $5 Steam gift card and figure out why that's not working as well. So. Don't worry, I'll get you your gift. I promise. Not gonna let that go to waste. How many arrows do I have in Terraria? Let me just double check that real fast. I have only 19 hours, it says. But I've gone through the game a couple of times, so I feel like that's lying. Alright. We'll call it here, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll get you the, like I said, Bear, I'll get you the $5 gift card, don't worry. Enjoy.